Now, firstly, I would like to request Shri G.S. Bawarchi, ex-GM PRAAI, that is Airport Authority of India, right? Yes, kindly come on the dais and say a few words.
Good morning, everybody. That was my test. How many you are awake? Okay. All right. This is my habit generally. If I join some event, I start in the morning and try to stay till the valedictory, because I can get more than I can give. And it's my duty to empty my cup and keep on filling from that. And I was in the audience of youngsters, and I could see that when everything was happening on the stage, and they were busy and occupied with their own adventurous things. It's good. And addressing this event after the video from Prem Ravaji is an insightful happening, right? So thank you very much, everybody, and I am sure that you are picking up the things which is fortunately the global CSR leadership conclave. Now, why and how I am here? At the outset, thanks to Gulani Saab, is an old friend, and I know that in corporate world, no one can say no when he calls. So, and exactly in parallel this time, across the road in the regulatory body, there is a stakeholder consultation meeting going on. And it was scheduled, it is announced much earlier, and I am supposed to be there. But I requested my president, because I represented a body called Air Travel Association, which represents the passengers, and there is some requirement, I should have been there. But I told him, sir, nahi, I am lined up and I cannot do this. So president is attending there and I am here. Thank you, sir. And then thanks to Dr. Binay, who made this happen, and I thought that yes, we will be talking. He said, you must spend some time at the podium. I said, okay, it was my honor. Actually, I was to come here to listen. So as I mentioned, this is the scenario under which I am standing here. And at the outset, let me dwell on certain points which are mandatory, right? And now everybody is sitting here. There is nothing I can give you. Particularly, it is mentioned in the era of Google University and all those social media power. We cannot give you anything which is very unique. But only thing we can make that unique if we intermingle our thoughts and reactions. And that's what I was talking during the break. The retention of youth in particular, and in that process our own retention time is reducing. It is becoming so small that I skip very important messages because I am in the habit of skipping them very fast. So it means our decision taking capacity is very fast. So I would like that to keep you in a way that you take home something back. You try to interact, and don't think that whatever I have brought, I can share on my LinkedIn account, my Google, which I generally do it. And many times people don't take me seriously because they say कि बाबा साहब की speech है शाम को LinkedIn पे देख लेंगे. It is my habit. I don't keep it anything with me. And somebody said that information is power. No more information is power. Sharing information is power. I always learn more from questions the people raise. And every answer I give another question, and that is my learning mode. I am not a CSR man. I am a corporate planner, which turned into be in the end and head of the public relations department. So a good chairman, he said ki Baba, we want somebody who at least knows the organization. Only he can head the PR. I said okay. So even the job qualification were not befitting, but he changed that also. So that's what. So brief overview of CSR I wanted to give, but now it is not needed because it is the close of the day, everybody is there. But then some very specific things which I will mention, and after that I will prefer that you start questioning. And I feel that there was pulse of feeling also, whole day you are listening. This monologue should not be which you should carry home. And you should also not get used particularly. हमने तो पूरी ज़िंदगी यही देखा है, कॉन्फ्रेंस सेमिनार्स में यही होता है कि स्पीकर बोलते हैं और बोल के चले जाते हैं, फिर बाद में हम डिस्कशन करते हैं उसने ये क्यों बोल दिया, ऐसे बोलना था. जब वो बोल रहा था तब तो हम ना सोचते थे ना पूछते थे. तो इसलिए आई एम टेलिंग यू, यू मस्ट बी इंटरेक्टिव, राइट. So now the four important pillars. I am not calling it the 4 P's of the 5th P, but the 4 important pillars of progress. Number 1 is education and skills. You flag these points and and lifelong learning, skills development and education reforms are in the form of quality education. You must have seen all these points have been spoken by all speakers during the day. So quality education, and why I am pointing this that here is that you are, I hope that you are going to deal with the CSR in your life. And if you are going to deal with the CSR, you must know what are the burning items or burning topics which you should resolve. Why you will, first of all, why you people are here? Because there are गुड़ के ऊपर ही मक्खियाँ आती हैं. शहद की मक्खी कहाँ आएगी? उसी फ्लावर पर आएगी जहाँ पर नेक्टर है. एंड वाई यू वांट टू डू CSR? क्या आपको कोई बड़ा फिलेंथ्रोपी का शौक है? नथिंग. बिकॉज देयर आर फंड्स अवेलेबल एंड यू वांट टू गेट दोज फंड्स. एंड हाउ यू विल गेट दोज फंड्स? बाय मेकिंग अ गुड प्रेजेंटेशन. I have been rejecting proposal which had the recommendation of PM and President level. We didn't approve. They said, no, this doesn't solve any of our problem. So any proposal, if is not addressing a cause, no one will be listening you, right? So you must resolve those points. Only then your proposal will become attractive. So quality education, skill training and vocational education, digital literacy, research and innovation. These are the subtopics under education and skills which you must try to address and resolve while making your proposals. Only anybody will try to look at you. Then everybody had been talking health and well-being, and you have seen one after the another, the NGOs, everybody is well-being. Because why? Because it is one of the important of the 4 pillars, health and well-being. Under that, universal access to quality healthcare and wellness, which comes in the form of healthcare infrastructure development, right? So your proposal should address that. Preventive healthcare, mental health, nutrition and sanitation, all right? And somebody said that what is the role of CSR in GDP development? I say economic empowerment is because of CSR only, right? So under economic empowerment, inclusive economic growth, entrepreneurship and job creation. These are the sub goals. Specifically, you should, somebody rightly said, entrepreneurship and startups. We as CSR should support entrepreneurship and startups. Job creation and skill-based employment, there should be barometer. Whatever proposal you are bringing, how many jobs it is creating, how much skill-based employment it is creating, and then it should have financial inclusion. It's not that you are spending money and then you are not happy. There should be happiness derived out of that. So financial inclusion shall be there. And then infrastructure development. You should not expect that everything which you want to do, only the corporates will do. Something will have to come from your side. And also, CSR is not one time. If you have got some funds for couple of years, after that you will have to get another set of funds. So that is the reason it should be continuous, and you should have a infrastructural development under that. And then 4th is governance and institutions. Under that, effective, accountable and transparent governance. That is very important. and then institutional reforms, anti-corruption measures, judicial reform, and decentralization and local governance. So, and then they are not independent. All the four sectors I have mentioned, there are interconnectedness, right? So these pillars are interconnected and interdependent. Progress in one pillar will have position impact on the others, and implementation strategy will vary from one sector to another. But broadly, you should concentrate on collaborative efforts between government, private sector, and civil society. Long-term planning and policy stability is very important, whatever proposal you make. Data-driven decision is the norm. So anything you do, it should be supported with the data, right? And inclusive and participative approach should be the fundamental to your proposal. And then there are certain books and references which have come in the market. But then one good book you must look. It is expensive, but you must can take the efforts of social media. Some form it is available, or e-version available. All libraries are there. You should always be a member of one good public library. And India at the rate 100 by Vijay Subramaniam, landmark book. It also sums up in the form of 4 pillars, which he calls macroeconomic focus on growth, inclusive growth for a large middle class, ethical wealth creation, virtual cycle ignited by the private investment. They are just very small condensed form, I have told you, but there are 100 pages on each item in his book. That motivates us. Yes, CSR is very important. And where are we? We say corporate PSU, etc. We are not growing. If growth is not there, then who will grow? If we want to say कि हमें को इंडिया को इस लेवल पर लेके जाना है, तो India must grow, but how? At the rate of 8% annual growth, we cannot reach anywhere. So public sector is growing only at the rate of 5%. So as such, private sector needs to open up, but they need the enabling sector-wise push, and that is what is coming from the government. Today, if the seminar is happening, it's because there's something happening on the top layer. The virtual cycle of economic development, I recall, now we are talking of virtual cycle, but I talk when it's college days, Paul Samuelson book. I am in the habit of reading the original authors. We used to have a book of Paul Samuelson, and at that time he used to talk of the virtual cycle of economic, which has a multiplier and accelerator model. So that you must look at, and it is projected that by the end of the century, the Indian economy will be about 90 to 100% larger than China, and perhaps we will be 30 to 40% of US. This is as latest as when Prime Minister was there and somebody from the chamber they quoted. So if the world is having that kind of faith in us, then where are we? So that we need to open up. And in this background, I again want to sum up. Firstly, let's look at the digital literacy, right? With over 500 million internet users, India has the potential to leverage technology for social good initiative, and so PMGD Disha is one program like that. There are many, but we should look into that. And secondly, telemedicine. People are thinking that doctors will be a thing of the past because telemedicine will be all go robotic, but then that is where the digitization will happen. Thirdly, AI powered education. Right, we know that Coursera, Baiju, all those platforms are replacing the classroom education. All right, and then from where the transparency and the confidence of the financial models will come, it is from the blockchain technology. So we must master the blockchain technology so that we can build the confidence among the end users. Lastly, digital payments have increased financial and with financial inclusion, with over 50% of the Indians now having a bank account. That's an indication, yes, we are in the right direction. Thus, technology has the potential to transform India's social landscape, and let us embrace innovative solutions to achieve our CSR goals and create a विकसित भारत. तो विकसित भारत बातों करने से नहीं बनेगा भाई, है? विकसित भारत बातों करने से नहीं बनेगा, काम करने से ही बनेगा. और हम यहाँ से बोलते रहेंगे, आप सुनते रहोगे, तो थोड़ा बहुत आपको जो घड़े की चिकनाहट है वो कम करनी पड़ेगी, राइट? तो यू रफ अप योरसेल्फ, एंड आई थिंक वी आर अवेलेबल. You should have some interactiveness wherever possible, right? Thank you very much. Thank you, sir.